Hello, finally. Welcome back.
Fireworks.
It's so good to have you again. Uyiosa Ugiagbe, right? So, welcome back, guys. Today's part two is going to be answering your questions, like we said earlier on, and you will be doing us the privilege to answer all your questions that you dropped on the comment section on the previous video. Okay, hope we are ready.
I'm ready. I hope I don't
Okay.
faint.
All right. So I'm going to go straight to the questions and then ask them one after the other. Um, so number one question is Oluwatoyosi was asking, like, he said, please, about the letters of recommendation, must it be from lecturers from the school you finished from?
That's a very good question. No. The simple answer is no. It must not be from the school you finish from. But anybody that's offering you a letter of recommendation is someone that should be in a place that will be able to speak about your capacity, your character, whatever your fit
Okay.
for the program. So if the person is not in your university, ask yourself a very simple question: what can this person say about me in
Okay.
terms of being able to succeed in an academic environment? You understand? Because most people are just like blinded by, I want to get an LOR, I want to get an LOR, but get an LOR, we said LOR was letter of recommendation, right? So it's LOR for short form. So
Mm,
get an LOR is different from getting a right LOR. So the right letter must be able to address your ability to succeed in the program, your fit for the program,
yeah.
why this person believes you will be able to succeed in this program. What has this person noticed? So if it was a lecturer from university, you could say things like, "Oh, he was taking my class, so and so class, and he was able to do so and so things. So with this, I'm able to attest to his ability to succeed in the program." So if the person is not from a university, what can the person say about you?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the question. So if the person cannot say anything beyond, "Oh, he's a nice man," you're done.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. By the way, let me just pinpoint, like, if you're new here, this is a live video with you on how to get fully funded scholarship in the United States, as an overseas student. Okay. So sorry I didn't introduce that earlier on. Going to number two question. Moses was asking, will I get scholarship to study what's this? Masters for audiology and speech therapy in the United States?
The short answer is yes.
Okay.
So to illustrate more on that is United States is the hub of scholarship in the world. In other words, every university has some money laid aside for research for scholarship. So there's always money for scholarship. The thing is, it may not be that course seems like a very niche course, so it may not be offered in every university. So it is the
Okay.
person Moses, right? It's your duty to research the schools that offer that course and tailor your application to that school. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I would advise. Don't just go and apply for random and say, okay, yeah, this school offers this program. Yeah, I'm applying. No, calm down. Look at it. Look at the requirements. Ask yourself if you meet those requirements.
Yeah.
Mhm. And most people just well, I meet this requirement. I'm gonna apply, but look at it very well. How can you stand out? Because thousands of people are responding to that same requirement. So ask yourself, how can I stand out from
Yeah.
this? And if you ask yourself these questions, it should show in your CV, it should show in your statement of purpose, and it should show in your letters of recommendations from your lecturers. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Number three question was from Oladimeji, and she was asking, how can I get admission to university for PhD economics education without GROE, IELTS, and others?
Admission.
Yeah, without IELTS, GROE, and others. That's PhD.
Oh God, I can talk about this for like 2 days. The thing is, when I see questions, I'm always laughing. Like they should waive everything for you and still give. Come on, you know, greedy like that. So what I always explain, well, I can understand what the person is coming from. So let me put it this way. Everybody claims to know how to speak English, for instance. I'm going to just do an example. Everybody can say they can speak English. So Nigeria claims that there are English speaking countries. Same with Ghana, South Africa, Namibia, all African countries are
Yeah.
Anglophone. And other countries in the world they can speak English. So how are they sure that everybody can speak English? And the only way to be sure is to have a standardized measure of
Testing.
English speaking. That's why the IELTS came about and the TOEFL came about. So you may need to write those exams if you want to get funding for those programs. You may need to write those examinations. Also, GRE is also very important. Most departments that have GRE as a requirement use that for decisions of funding. So if you and let's say 10 other people apply to that program and you only need 5 people for the program, they use the GRE as a deciding factor. So 10 people apply, they all have good results, they all have good grade, they all have people are singing their praises, they are good. How do
Yeah.
they decide on who they should admit?
Yeah.
So that's why they bring in the GRE and the IELTS because this thing is very important. Like I don't want to shit anybody, but I've been in contact with people that are from non-English speaking countries, and it is very difficult for them to communicate in English. Very difficult, So, and this is not to say that English is the best language in the world. No, the point is your teaching will be in English, your assessment will be in English, everything in the program will be in English. Nobody will translate to French for you, or to Chinese, or to Yoruba, or to Igbo.
Yeah.
Nobody. So you must be. They need to be sure that you can truly communicate in English
Mm,
language.
mm,
And some programs do this by interview. They can set up programs that don't require IELTS, have interviews with the candidates. So
yeah.
in that interview process, they can engage you to be sure that you can really understand their questions and you can really communicate in English language. But if they don't have interview, my dear, go and save money and write IELTS. I think it's in 9,000, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, so please get I like what I always say is it's better to have something and not need it than to need something and not have it.
Yeah.
So please, and also having IELTS and GRE opens more opportunities for you to apply. But some schools
Yeah.
need those documents. While the ones that don't need it are very few. So if you have those documents, you have access to more,
Great.
more pool of exactly. So please, add this
Okay.
exam. Very
Yeah.
important.
All right. Thank you. So number 4 was from Oluwaseyi Oluwatosin saying, "Can I get a scholarship with HND certificate? That is, if you are a HND holder."
Yes, absolutely.
Scholarship. Yeah. Yeah.
We've worked with people that had HND before and they were able to get funding in the United States. One is even doing a master's program in the United States right now. So
Okay.
it's very important, very possible to do your HND in the US with scholarship. You just have to follow the procedures. There are things to do, and if I start now, believe me, I will not win this video program. So yes, the answer is yes. You can
Okay.
truly get admission with scholarship with HND.
Okay.
If you want
Okay.
to talk more, you can shoot me a DM anywhere on social media, and then we'll
Mhm.
talk.
Yeah. Okay. So fifth question. So Yelunde Elizabeth is asking, is it just for PhD masters? What about first degree programs? Like, can you do first degree programs and have scholarship for them?
Ah, wow. Yes and no. I'm very,
Okay.
very careful to say yes in undergrad. Undergrad programs in the US are very, very competitive, very competitive. And the you and people that are already worried about writing IELTS and GRE, how can you cope? So if you're worried, if you are the type that don't want to write any exam, you cannot forget about undergraduate scholarship because to get scholarship in undergrad, you must write the SAT. So that's like the GRE, but for bachelor's level. So
Yeah.
you must write that exam to be able to compete, and
Okay.
it's not even guaranteed. So because a lot of people in the US, a lot of people in the US go for undergrad programs. So and that's the way they normally used to fund masters and doctoral students. So let me quickly explain. But most people think that this money comes from the sky. No. So each university,
Yeah.
let's say computer science department, for instance, they admit, let's say, 200 undergrad students for their first year program. These undergrad students need people to teach them, need people to do lab work with, need people to do run software programs with. You understand? So, and they cannot overwork their professors because they have strict what's called agreement with the professors. So that's where the people that's what they call that's what this doctoral student comes into place. So if you are doing your PhD, your masters, you come in there by doing TA work for these students. So these students need to pay tuition to be able to for them to be able to pay you. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So that's why the scholarship for undergrads is very little by design, so that the school can have a lot of money to fund other programs for other people. Yeah.
Yeah. Because when you get to that level as well, you will also be funded
But
if you pay and
exactly. So if from undergrad to PhD is all free, ooh, why would they get the money
exactly.
from palm tree? No. So, but to answer the question is yes, but you have to work much more harder than every other person. Your
Mm.
work has to be on point. You have to write IELTS. Don't bother yourself with that is necessary. Write everything. Write SAT. Write GRE yourself. So give a very 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 powerful application. So they
Yeah.
see it, they'll be like, we need this person.
Oh, you have to write all of them like IELTS, TOEFL, GRE together, like all.
You can use the SAT to substitute for GRE, but you must write those exams to be able to stand the
Okay.
chance. If
Okay.
not, they will give you admission with zero funding. Zero.
Mm. Okay. At least they give you admission.
Yeah.
That one. Okay, let me just ask this question for those that might have it in mind to ask. It's about, I don't know if I asked it in the last time, though I can't remember. Like, can you work and school at the same time? Like, have this school?
Definitely. Definitely. Let me quickly explain. When we say scholarship, it's not a grant. They're not dashing you this money and say, "Oh, you are so beautiful and so intelligent. Take this money." No, what you are saying is,
Yeah.
we'll admit you for you to study your program. Then you will work for what you'll be our employee,
Oh,
and we'll be
okay.
paying you. That's what we
Oh,
mean by work and school. So
okay.
if you're on scholarship, it is almost impossible to work outside of your scholarship because you already be working all the hours for scholarship. You understand? Except maybe on holidays like summer break and
Okay.
winter break, spring break. But if you don't have any scholarship, you are just a student in America. Yes, you can work 20 hours. That's you can work part-time jobs throughout the semester. I can work full time in during breaks. Like we have spring break now, so you can work full time this spring break. You can work full time summer break for 3 months. You can work during Christmas break. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine. Is there anything you would like to add for us here again before we, give
Uh
the extra?
yeah, everything I want to add is still about this money. I think a lot of people have ambition, and which is very
Mm.
important because
Yeah.
for you to achieve any goals, you must have ambition, right? But you need to temper your ambition with reality, and
Yeah.
money is very important. I said it before, but I won't say it again because I've seen a lot of things. Trust me, money is important. In Nigeria, wherever you are in Africa, I think let me say Nigeria because I know Nigeria well. In Nigeria, you pay your rent per annum. You pay
Yeah.
once in a year, but here nobody will allow you to pay rent once in a year. Oh. You pay every month, and you need to have money every month. You buy your groceries every month like that. Everything is going monthly. Your cell phone plan monthly, everything. So you need to be able to strategize. And don't think that school in America is easier than school in Nigeria. No, please.
Okay.
School in America is the most difficult in the world. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's very intense, and it's intense in a way that you must use your brain. And brain work is the most tasking. So that you just be tired. After one class, you'll be tired because you just did a lot of thinking and you're like, oh God, I'm just exhausted. So I cannot work again. So what if you cannot work? What if you're sick? And healthcare is very expensive here. So plan yourself, plan these things, at
Mm.
least figure out how you will take care of yourself for that 1 month and your
Yeah.
funding, please, so
Yeah.
that when you come here, you will not be a burden to yourself, to people. Do not blacklist your country and say that's how people in this country do. Just make a plan. It's better
Mm.
to come to America in 2025 legally, confidently, than to rush here tomorrow and be sent back home. So that's what I have to say.
Or than to enter boat and come.
Or exactly. So planning is very important. Planning is very important. Plan, think about it, plan again. Ask yourself, what if? Okay, fine, I have this. What if? Ask yourself, what if? I
Mm,
have $500 with me, but what if I don't get a good accommodation? What would I do? What if? So you can be able to think about different scenarios, because when you enter that plane and cross that border,
yeah.
you're on your own. Oh. You're
Mm,
on your own. There's nothing like Odent 2K here. I've said before. No Odent 2K. There's
yeah.
no please bear with me 10K first. No.
Yeah.
You're honestly on your own. And I know you can already understand, but try to plan first. At least plan what you can see first, so you'll be sure that you do your best.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, guys, you've heard this, and Uyiosa Ugiagbe is an like he helps people to process admission into the schools, and so you can reach out to him, and you can reach out to me to reach out to him as well in case you're not able to reach him. But it's Uyiosa Ugiagbe on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn,
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Everywhere. In
So
Mars. In space.
it's
Everywhere.
not like me that is joy to the world in YouTube and this one here. So it's the same name everywhere. You can reach out to him on any social media account, and then he will help you to process these things and make it faster. And so thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Uyi, thank you for coming on
Mhm.
live with us
Anytime. Anytime.
and
Part 3,
answering
part
our
4, part
questions
5, part 6, anytime.
2 times. All right. So take care. Bye.